Enam Ali is president of the British Bangladesh Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for joining us. Commiserations, obviously, and thoughts on this horrific incident. But what are you hearing now from companies saying about their intentions?
Yeah, they have a tension, of course. It's a global tension for all businessmen right across the world. And Bangladesh is one of the destinations people like to invest. If you look at the biggest brand in the world, Bangladesh has produced, and Bangladesh has 26 billion pounds of export, which is garment industry does, and around the world has produced the fashion and all big brand. And as people said, if Bangladesh stop, whole world will be naked. So there is the power of Bangladesh.
Right, but whilst the business there may not stop, the willingness of business people to go there to do the business most definitely may stop. I mean, this particular attack hit right at the heart of Western business people, or in the case of Japanese business people. Exactly.
It is catastrophe for Bangladesh, first time ever experience. And I think Bangladesh is trying to tackle those terrorism act unexpectedly. And I think both party, opposition party and Bangladesh government has united together to combating the situation of terrorism.
But how? I mean, what can you know, some of your members, the British side of your members must be saying to you, Enam, I'm supposed to go to Bangladesh next week on a business trip to look at a factory or to look at a garment textile enterprise. But frankly, if the Holy Artisan Bakery, which I have been to on a dozen occasions, they would say, can be attacked, I'm not going.
Of course, I think the people do have a worry for it's not only Bangladesh destination. If you look at the other recently have in Turkey happened the same thing. The people do have attention as a businessman myself as well to visiting an investment in place like Bangladesh or India or Pakistan or other country. And it is very, very important and worrying factor for us. And people do. I have some of the members do share their view on that respect. I've got one of the IT investor who wants to be a big factory in Bangladesh. And obviously IT is very attractive nation at the moment. And he's feel very worried. And before I come, he just rang me and said what's happening in Bangladesh.
So he is going ahead?
He is going ahead. But
is he not going himself to do it? He'll send somebody else?
He maybe send somebody else. But obviously, the time will maybe diffuse his tension.
So what do you need from the government in Dhaka, in Bangladesh, to actually reinforce a message? I mean, it's clearly there can't be a message of safety at the moment because of these atrocities, but at least that the government is taking it seriously, sufficient to deal with it.
Yes, government has to reassurance to the world that make sure the people like us, when you go to Bangladesh, we are absolutely secure and have a trust on the security measure that makes sure the people feel that we are very, very safe. And that's what people expected.
Right, but if we look at the previous attacks on professors, on members of the gay community, which didn't hit the international community as much, but the government went out of their way to say there was no organised terrorist link here, that they were isolated incidents, that they were domestic sectarian violence.
Yeah.
But now we know that, or we believe, there's something far more deeply rooted here.
Yes, it is indeed. I think definitely there's an influence, international influence to those the people who done a catastrophe in Bangladesh. I just personally believe that there is some elements of international influence within those catastrophe happening in Bangladesh. And Bangladesh government and opposition has to come forward and eliminate those fear and effect in Bangladesh.
Now, on Quest Means Business, we never count dollars before bodies. It's a rule of the programme, and we're not about to start doing so now. However, the importance of industry and commerce to Bangladesh is not corporate profits. It's a nation out of poverty. So you can't afford for business to stay away.
Well, I think Bangladesh is one of the attractive nations for offering to the world. If you look at the whole world, is in Bangladesh. All the brand of, the product, if you look at the the M&S, if you look at the Walmart, if you look at all those people, why is in Bangladesh? Of course, we have a poverty level in Bangladesh, but it is trying to increasing to making a better position to Bangladesh and taking all kind of precaution to make sure Bangladesh is a better place to investment.
Good to see you, sir. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.